So, in closing, I just want to encourage people to have an experience. What is a guru? One of the questions that was posed and the jokes that were made in regards to me starting this mini documentary. And I'll tell you what, there is no voodoo that I do like the guru, and never will I want to put people through what I've been through in honor of the guru. And even so, there are people that have gone through it, that have gone through this experience, and I was sitting next to one of them, and she was, she was a nice person, a pilgrim. And basically, they say, I'm realized too. Amma's just a little piece of me. And I'm like, ooh, I've heard this before. This sounds like not humble self-projection. Ooh. And so the person, issuing the mantras and helping people, find their understanding of deity, the person's like, no, I just want a mantra. I'm self-realized. I give mantras out too to my clients and friends. And I'm just like, oh, she's not going to get one. And so they banter back and forth. And the devotee's just like, well, I'm trying to help you, and it doesn't sound like, you accept Amma as, something greater than yourself, and you'd be humble to it. Because I don't really see Amma as this one place, location, time around a big Hindi lady. I see her as the earth. And that's why I went and got my mantra. Because I was initiated to Amma as the mother energy, the earth. And because there's a saint sitting on a stage, or, just a woman with some, aging and weight and possibly health problems in the physical, sitting on a stage and hugging everyone, that doesn't mean I'm like, oh, bow down. She is my God sent to earth to martyr herself on a pilgrimage across the world to hug everyone. That's cool, but that's not me. And what else is cool is a chick sitting next to me who says, no, Amma's no big deal. She's just another tiny little piece of myself. That's cool too. But sure as shit ain't me either. I mean, I could be high as a fucking kite on a substance and feel what that woman is feeling, but never be able to have an argumentative articulation of that to another person. Because, first of all, it's not humble, and second of all, it's not realizing that that person has no fucking clue that you're God too. They just know that they're God, and Amma asks everyone to see everyone else as God, deity, and that Amma's sitting right over there, and you're challenging that. So no, you're not going to get a mantra. Not because you're not God, but because you're not humble. And my heart goes out to that person because she didn't get a mantra, but she didn't need a mantra because she gives mantras to other people who are clients. And I love her, and I see her as an aspect. And this is what's being asked of me as someone who practices mantra. I see her as an aspect of God, deity, goddess, creation. And as a result, I have to love her, be compassionate for where she is. No, she's not humble. Yes, she is love. She may have gone home quite disturbed and not wanting to come back to see Amma ever again. I would have. But I'm not saying ever or wanting ever to tell anyone that I give you mantra because I am guru, I am self-realized. So, give yourself mantra. And then when you have a relationship with the earth or something bigger than yourself, and you use symbolically a vision of Amma and her quest to embrace the world as one woman reflecting you and everyone, then go get a mantra from her, if you want. And then, when you get there, tell me if, like the other woman across from me in the chairs, you don't cry because it's very difficult to be in integrity with your mantra. It is daily practice. And I'm going to do my mantra today. I haven't done it yet.
So what is your mantra commitment? What did they tell you have to do?
Well, a simple mantra commitment, just like prayers of the Hail Mary with the Catholic tradition, is to take your mala, which is 109 beads, the Guru bead, which is the 109th, right, and 108 other beads, which are usually sandalwood or rosewood or whatnot. It's a wood usually, or a crystal, or a seed, a rudraksha seed, and you count around that. So there's a half mala, which is 54 beads, and there's a whole mala, which is 109. I think it's going to be 55. The guru bead, if you have a guru bead on your half mala. You don't count the guru bead. You just you say your mantra in your mind or out loud, as long as no one's hearing, that many times a day. 108. Now, me in my own mind, I was going to myself, fuck, time commitments. And that was my major hurdle. The other one was having self-doubt about being able to take on mantras from other teachers, other friends, other self-awakened deities, saints, gurus. Personally, I believe sometimes. And other times, they don't. There's a great interview with Lakshmi Grace about what she thinks of Amma and whether or not she's the guru of her personal pantheon. And, for me, she's one of 7 directions. And nature is my deity. And I don't mind planting that as a seed and watering the seed by chanting a mantra.
And what about darshan? How did you feel? You were asking everybody else how they felt after darshan. How did you feel this year?
Well, that was during the whole rap thing. I really felt like there was something about this experience, and darshan, I've realized, isn't what I'm here for. That's why I fucking stayed till noon today. And in the past, I've stayed after darshan. People get their darshan, and this is like the first couple times I got my darshan, I took off. Well, now I stayed like an extra hour and a half and got my mantra and got initiated into the mantra rules and how to follow them and how to pronounce it and all that stuff. Pain in the ass, but really watering those seeds. And Amma's just a person giving a hug, if and only if she has a whole bunch of people around her that handle you, and if and only if you've wiped your face down and you feel different. And where I'm really realizing is that sure, you can feel different. If you're not used to ritual and come here, sure, you can feel prayer and God's presence and energy. But if you feel that every year, it becomes regular, ordinary. And so it's like, take it to the next level. So for me, this year's darshan is like, okay, I get to be surrendered during you know, some very loud rap music, which is bothering my ears because I have fairly sensitive ears. And that's okay. Very bassy, very reminding me of my lower chakras and the healing that needs to go on there. And additionally, I was having, you know, cramps. It's like this whole experience, now not so much, but this whole experience of darshan for me was like being in labor, giving birth. And I've never had cramps this sequentially long running in my entire life. So, and I didn't eat all night. It's like maybe one item possibly on the way that I ate, and as a result, everything gave me cramps. And I'm blown away by that. And the second time, so you get to see Amma twice, you get darshan, and then you go back to mantra, so she talks to you twice. And the second time, it was just like, I was limping chair to chair, because they move you up in chairs. And I was just like, just get me off the stage, because I am doubled over in cramps and, you know, contractions of the intestines. So, I would say, for me, darshan wasn't this, you know, extremely opening experience like it had been in the past. It was a very basic lower chakra awareness of, you have a lot of simple stuff. You have a lot of willpower, discipline, sexualities, and fears that you get to work on to be whole. And Amma helps with that. And that's basically the promise. It's that you're not alone in that work. You know, Viraja is a sexual healer, in addition to being, you know, a transformative life coach and a mom. And she's been saying Amma much longer than I have. And she got her name from Amma. And I know, and a good deal of, you know, Tantra practitioners, whether they deal with the actual sexual healing or they don't deal with it. And I think most Tantra practitioners deal with it, but that's a Western thing, Western understanding. I think a good deal of Tantra practitioners really resonate with what Amma's doing, because it is tactile darshan. It is a form of very basic chakral healing. And I would say that in visualizing Amma as the guru or your saint that you pray to, you start to open the upper chakras. By visiting Amma, you open the heart chakra. And by doing the puja, the ritual, and the Devi Bhava, which is like the whole channeling of the Kali energy, you break through all the mundane shit in the lower chakras. And they say in some traditional yogic texts that your hips are your key to your eternal youth. And if you have health in your lowest chakras, you will live forever. On the physical.
Wow.